Hi, welcome back to Review. The movie introduces us to Jake, who loses his job but is content to collect unemployment benefits and spend most of his days drinking with pals at a nearby bar. He brutally beats an imposing fellow patron who dared to interrupt a female singer's performance and display his violent side. He frequently hosts wild parties at his house with large groups of friends from the pub. When his wife gets lippy, meaning speaks out of turn, he hits her mercilessly in front of the group, who are too terrified to object. When things go awry, Beth drinks. She also occasionally engages in small-scale violence of her own and has violent outbursts. Her kids are left on their own to fend for themselves. The Heek family's eldest son, Nig, leaves home to join a gang whose customs include getting face tattoos. After enduring an initiation beating in passing, he is welcomed as a new brother. Nig loves his siblings but hates his father. When his mother is beaten, he is furious but does nothing to stop it. Due to the nature of his parents' relationship, Mark, aka Boogie, is designated as a state ward and placed in a foster family. Jake is unfazed and believes that the situation will make him more resilient. Boogie, despite his initial rage, finds a new place for himself after Mr. Bennett, the manager of the foster home, encourages him to embrace his Maori background. The 13-year-old daughter of Jake and Beth, Grace, keeps a journal where she records daily events, and she also shares stories with her younger siblings. Toot, a homeless youngster who resides in a damaged automobile, is her best friend. She is continually reminded of getting married, playing the role of a wife, which she feels entails giving in to her husband's demands and taking punishment, and she dreads a future she believes is unavoidable. She envisions leading a self-sufficient, solitary life. Her father's friend known as Uncle Bully sexually assaults Grace. She experiences a severe depressive episode and turns to Toot for comfort. It is also with Toot that she first consumes marijuana. She runs away when Toot kisses her because she thinks he is just like the rest of them and responds violently. Grace ultimately returns home confused to find a furious Jake and his cronies. Bully requests a goodnight kiss from her to demonstrate his dominance. When she declines, Jake interprets it as a sign of disobedience and tears her journal in two, almost beating her. When Beth arrives home after looking for Grace, she discovers that Grace has hanged herself from a tree limb in the backyard, and she screams hysterically. While the rest of his family transports Grace's body to a Tangihanga, Jake deals with the tragedy in a self-centered manner by heading to the bar. When he refuses to allow her to be transported to the Mary, Beth challenges him for the first time. Jake's drinking, the family at the Mary, and the grief are all intercut throughout the movie. At the funeral, Boogie wows Beth with his Maori singing, and Toot bids farewell, informing Grace that the soft kiss he gave her the last time they spoke was an act intended merely to reaffirm their commitment to being best friends for life. Beth extends an invitation to live with them, and Boogie reassures Toot that Grace loved him. Later that day, when reading Grace's diary, Beth learned about the rape and confronted Bully in the bar. After accusing his friend, Jake threatens Beth, but Nig intervenes to defend his mother. After taking a quick look at the diary, Jake loses control and lashes out, beating Bully nearly to death and castrating him with a broken bottle. Because of Jake's violent lifestyle, Beth decides to take their children back to her Maori tribe, blaming him just as much as Bully for what happened to Grace. This is a powerful and disturbing film that explores the themes of poverty, alcoholism, and domestic violence in an urban Maori community. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.